Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing the recent news that has been circulating on social media regarding the possible arrest of former US President Donald Trump. So, let's dive into the details and see what this all means. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury, becoming the first person in US history to serve as commander-in-chief and then be charged with a crime. The indictment remains under seal, so the specific charge or charges have not been made public. Firstly, what is an indictment? When someone is indicted by a grand jury, it means they are charged with one or more crimes. An indictment is just a fancy way of saying the charging document. It is a piece of paper that contains the charges. The grand jury process is secret, and the indictment is generally not made public until it is filed in court, or in some cases until the defendant makes their first court appearance. Now let's see what is the case about. The indictment against Trump is believed to involve a payment made before the 2016 presidential election to Stormy Daniels, an adult film actress, to keep her away from publicly discussing an affair she had with Trump years earlier. Michael Cohen, who was Trump's attorney at that time, made the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels in October 2016. When Trump was president, Trump reimbursed Cohen with $35,000 checks monthly from his personal account. In 2018, Cohen pleaded guilty to campaign finance charges related to the hush money payment. Court documents in Cohen's federal case said the Trump Organization falsely described payments as legal expenses, citing a legal retainer that did not exist. Trump's handling of the reimbursement violated state law. Now that he is charged, will Trump be publicly arrested? Trump posted on social media on March 18 that he would be arrested. But that won't happen if he voluntarily turns himself in. A spokesperson for the Manhattan District Attorney said that the office had contacted Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender. The first court proceeding after an arrest or surrender is an arraignment hearing. A person familiar with the matter said the former president is expected to be arraigned on Tuesday, April 4, at 2:15 p.m. At the arraignment, a judge would determine whether Trump would need to pay bail, or adhere to certain restrictions pending a trial, or whether he could be released with no bail or restrictions, which is known as being released on personal recognizance. Now the big question: will Trump go to jail? This is the question a lot of people are asking. The answer is, it depends. Not only on what he is charged with, of course, but also of what, if anything, he is ultimately convicted. That crime is low-level felony, according to New York state law, punishable by up to 4 years in prison. But charges can be downgraded, sentences vary case by case, and, in general, it is unusual for a person with no criminal record to be sentenced to extensive jail time for a nonviolent, low-level felony violation. So even if Trump is convicted of a felony, it does not necessarily mean he will spend time in jail. Can Trump still run for president in 2024? A presidential candidate can, indeed, still run for office despite being indicted for a crime, according to the U.S. Constitution. Article 2 of the Constitution lays out the requirements for any presidential candidate. They must be at least 35 years of age, they must have resided in the U.S. for at least 14 years, and they must be a natural-born U.S. citizen. The Constitution does not bar presidential candidates who have been charged or convicted of crimes. In fact, the Constitution does not even disqualify presidential candidates who are incarcerated. So, what does the future hold for Trump? Only time will tell. The investigation is ongoing, and no charges have been filed against him yet. However, if the evidence against him is strong, it's likely that he could face some serious consequences. It's also important to remember that nobody is above the law, regardless of their status or wealth. That's all for today's video. What do you think about this news? Do you think Trump will be arrested? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.